the one, the only, Benzion Land. Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Daily Double. Today we're doing Masechus Eiruvin, Perek Yud, Mishnayos Yud Beis and Gimel, the penultimate year, Masechus Eiruvin. Tomorrow is the last year, and then on Wednesday we'll be moving on to Masechus Pesachim. It's interesting how it works out. Masechus Pesachim Mishnayos before Pesach, 30 days before Pesach. You can make the halacha learning Hilchos Pesach 30 days before Pesach. Yud Beis Machzir and Sir Atachtom a Mikdash Avalob Medina. Right, your door normally has two hinges, so if the bottom hinge falls out, right, the door you can still practically close. So you're not really building something by putting back the bottom hinge. The Mikdash, you're allowed, according to the Tanna Kama, you're allowed to do that because there's really a Gzer D'Rabban over here. You might put it in. If you just put it in a temporary fashion, that's not binyan. But if you put it in yitka, you stuck it in, and maybe, I'm not really familiar with fixing doors, but maybe you screw it in exactly. So you may tighten it. If you tighten it, that's makav b'patish. So Gzera, you might come to a malacha d'oraisa. So therefore, only the Mikdash, there's no shvus in the Mikdash, but Medina outside of the base of the Mikdash wouldn't allow it. Va'elyon kan v'kan aser. However, the top hinge comes down, the bottom still, and you can't practically close the door over there. There it's completely binyan. It's complete binyan. So you can't do it. The rice is not allowed in the Mikdash either. Rabbi Yehuda Omer Elyon Mikdash. Rabbi Yehuda says no. Even the Elyon you can put back in the Mikdash. Tachton Medina, and we're not goes there. The Tachton, we're not goes. You don't have Gzera Shama Yitka even in Medina. So therefore he allows it. I'll discuss more the Shita of Rabbi Yehuda. We discussed Rabbi Yehuda's Shita yesterday. I'll discuss Rabbi Yehuda today, and we have a really special Iyam in Tzion where I discuss Malchashen Shech Lufa, Darshan and Meskavein, Makalkel, all the big machlokesim between Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Yehuda. In Masechah Shabbos, I'm going to put all of them together and explain very simply what the machlok is in one basic chakir, one basic analytical investigation, what exactly their machlok is about. And it's based on this Mishnah. You give them, and yesterday's Mishnah. You give them machzir ratia b'mikdash. Let's say you have a bandage. If you have a bandage, you oftentimes put some bacitracin on it. So when you do the avoda, Kohen is doing avoda in the base of Mikdash, he has a bandage on the hand. You can't have a chatzitza on your hand when you do the avodah, so he takes it off momentarily. Avalo Medina. So the problem is when you put it back on, it still has some wet bacitracin in it. So when you put the bandage back on, you might rub the bacitracin in, which would be a malacha d'oraisa of mareich. You know how to smooth things out on Shabbos. Avalo Medina. Medina, you can't do this because we're worried, right? In the basis of Mikdash, we allow you to do it, right? Because if we don't allow you to do it, first of all, it's a shvus, right? Ain't shvus of Mikdash. And second of all, the second reason is that if we don't allow you to do this, you're not going to do avodah in the first place. In betchila kan v'kan aser. However, if you want to put a new bandage on, that you can't do. Wait till after the avodah and put the bandage on. Kosher nima Mikdash avalo Medina. Let's say you have a violin, right? A kinor they say it's a harp. I think nowadays in Israel, kinor is a violin. They had a violin. They had different instruments they use. The Levium used to make music in the Beis HaMikdash. So if the violins, one of the strings of the violin snap on Shabbos, so in Mikdash you can fix it with a kesher she'ein al kayam, a knot which is not going to be left there for forever. Avalob Medina, you can't do this in Medina because it's D'Rabbanan. In Betchila, the reason the D'Rabbanan is not ain't shos Mikdash. However, in Betchila kan v'kan aser. If you could have fixed the string before Shabbos, you didn't do that, so there's the kind of ain't shos of Mikdash is only when it's the chuya, when it happened on Shabbos, nothing else you could do. But if I could have done it yesterday, I was lazy, you can't do it. Let's say you have a wart on your body, that's considered a mum, right? Until the wart is gone, it's a mum on the Kohen, he can't do the avodas. You can cut it off Mikdash, right? Because choskan yabel is only, right, it's not, if you do it with your hands, it's klach haryad. It's not considered the normal way of cutting it off. You normally use a kli. So in Medina you can't do this because it's still asur d'Rabbanan. The kli kan v'kan aser, and even in the Mikdash to cut off a wart with a kli, right? If you ever had warts taken off, either they freeze it or they burn it off. Usually they use some apparatus. So that's the normal way of doing that. So it's a malacha d'oraisa. So therefore you can't do that even in the Mikdash. That's the conclusion of today's share. Stay tuned for Iyam Mitzion. They talk about the Shita of Rabbi Yehuda and explain all the machlokesim between Rav Shimon and Yehuda and Masechah Shabbos. You're not going to want to miss it. Iyam Mitzion coming up next.